Hello, church family. Today is January 12th, and this is our Thursday update. Our verse of the month is Proverbs 4:18. I trust you're working on this. It says, "But the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn that shines brighter and brighter until the full day." And this is a path we want to be walking on so that our lives get brighter and we know the peace and the joy and the love and the contentment and the satisfaction and the rest, all of these things that come from following Christ, even when life's difficult, and following that ultimately to the brighter day of standing face to face with Jesus, where there's no more death, mourning, crying, tears, pain, all of that's gone. But not only do we want to be following this path of the brighter day, we want to help others on that path as well. So Proverbs 4:18, I pray that you would just work hard to have that sinking deep into your, not only your head to memorize it, but also your heart as a desire to follow this path and to help others follow it as well. Well, this week we have several birthdays. On the 13th, Jonathan Tarter and Marcia Utterback are having birthdays. On the 14th, Linda Seipold has a birthday. And then the 15th, Jeff Lewis. And the 18th, Adam Record and Chad Woosley are having birthdays. So happy birthday to you all. As we think about opportunities coming up this week, on Sunday, we're going to have a pizza with pastors. That's going to be right after the morning service till about 12:30. And the pizza with pastors is for those who are newer to the church and want to get to know a little more about us, that we introduce ourselves, talk a little bit about the church history, some of the ministries. We talk about some of our focus. And so it's just a good opportunity to get connected a little bit with the church. Also then on Wednesday night, January 25th, from 6 to 8 during Pioneer Clubs, we're going to have a starting point class. We've decided to do it during that time, so there's childcare, but also it just fits well with our schedule, and we're going to knock that out in one class. And so that's for those who want to know even a little more about the church and give you a little more familiarity, but it's also one of the things that we have in place for those who want to formally partner with us in church membership. So the Pizza with Pastors is this Sunday, and then Wednesday, January 25th is the starting point class. If you're interested in either one of those, just let us know, send us an email, send us a text at the church, and we'll get that taken care of. Also, we want to point you to a resource that we've had in a bulletin this past week, the You're Invited cards. And we want to encourage you to be using these cards. We want to reach more and more people with Jesus Christ. We want to see more people in our church services, not just so we have more people in the church, but we want to be making lives brighter, people hearing the gospel. And so as you're going about your daily activities of life, we want you to be salt and light in the world. But also as you think about ways to engage people, inviting them to church can be a good first step to just build a connection and a discussion. So I want to encourage you to use these You're Invited cards to encourage people to join you. And in many ways, that's kind of a first step in helping them to have a brighter day. Well, coming up on this Sunday, we begin our new Eastside Essentials classes. Those are Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. And the church history class we're having is going to be taught by Chad Miller and Pastor Nate. And that's on the Reformation. So that's going to be Sunday morning. And then I'm going to be teaching a class on biblical conflict resolution and reconciliation. So one class on church history and big picture and some of the rich history that we have as believers, and the other one, real practical stuff on dealing with conflict. So I encourage you to participate in that this week. Also, Pioneer Clubs last night started their annual penny drive. They're seeking to raise money to purchase 5 solar lights for the camp in Romania that Robert and Jody Fry run. And just a great opportunity for them, and that's been a good project for them over the years. So just be praying that kids will be bringing their pennies to be able to raise money and get all those lights purchased for the Fries. Well, coming up on this Sunday, we're going to be in Matthew 28:16 to 20. We're going to stick with the theme of making life bright, and we're going to focus on God's call to us to be disciple-making disciples. That God calls us to be disciple-making disciples. And we're going to talk about a specific pathway to help others know, love, and live for Jesus. And then we're also going to talk about a specific pattern or pathway for us as believers to continue to be growing to be more like Jesus Christ. And so while we're helping others to know Christ, we're growing to know Him at the same time. And so we want to be disciple-making disciples, and we'll focus on that from Matthew chapter 28 on Sunday morning. Well, I want to leave you today with a verse from the book of Luke. It says, "And he said to them, the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Therefore, pray earnestly to the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers into the harvest." As we look around us, we recognize there are a multitude of people that need to know Christ. and that we have an opportunity, those of us who know Christ, to take Christ to them so that they can repent of their sins, trust Jesus, be rescued from the wrath of God, brought out of darkness, join us on the path of the righteous towards a brighter day until the day we see Jesus Christ and we live with him forever. So the harvest is plentiful, laborers are few. Let's add to that list of laborers by being that, but then also praying that God will raise up other laborers to go into the harvest. Well, church family, I love you and look forward to seeing you on Sunday. May God bless you.